If you are to calculate the area of shaded portion of this particular shape, this is the shaded portion. And the second question, to find the perimeter of the shape. Now, to calculate the area of the shaded portion, there are two shapes here which we must understand properly. Because the shaded portion is not a regular shape. Shaded portion is not a regular shape. So we have to get the two shapes. As you see it here, there is a shape like this over there. The name of this shape is called sector. There is another one like this. The name of this shape is called a triangle. Now, for us to get the shaded shape, it means we have to cut out the triangle. When we cut out the triangle, we'll be left with what is up here, which is now the shaded portion. Now, how do we go about this? Very simple. It means this shape contains sector and there is a triangle inside of it that we have to cut out. Now, how do we get the area of each of them? To find the area of the sector, now, area of sector is always equal to, there is an angle here. Generally, I can call it theta. So it's equal to theta over 360 because we believe we call this sector out of a circle. Multiply by, now, we cut sector out of a circle. If you have to get the area of a circle is pi half square. But the sector is being cut out after that pi half square, which means times pi half square. To get the area of this is a triangle. This place is the radius, another call it r. Now, area of the triangle means half into AB sine theta, so of this theta. So half AB sine theta. Now, what is our theta? Our theta is 100. This r is 5. Here also, the r here is also 5. So what we have to do now is to get the area of this sector minus area of this triangle. It will give us the area of the shaded portion. We cut this triangle out of it. So let's now try it now. Now, area of sector now. Area of sector is equal to, instead of this theta, the theta will now be 100. So we say 100 degrees over 360 degrees multiplied by, now, pi is 22 over 7 multiplied by r is 5. So r squared, that's 5 times 5. So what does that give us? So this gives us 55,000 divided by 360 times 7. So what does that give us now? It gives us 2520. So when 21.8254. 21.8254. This is centimeter and area will be in centimeter squared. So area of the triangle now. So area of triangle. Area of the triangle will be half into AB. What's our A? 5 and B is also 5. So times 5 times 5 sine 100 degrees. Okay. So it means that times 5, 25. So that gives us, so we divide that by 2. So the final answer is 12.3101 centimeters squared. Therefore, area of the shaded portion will now be the area of the sector minus that of the triangle. So area of shaded portion, that will be equal to 21.8254 minus 12.3101. What should that give to us? 21.8254 minus our answer. So this gives us 9.515. But if the question says to 2 decimal places, it means it will now be 9.52 centimeters squared. So that's the answer for that. So the next thing we have to do now is to find the perimeter of the shape. What do you mean by perimeter? Perimeter is the addition of the outside boundary. Everything in the outside boundary, the addition. That's what we call perimeter. So it means for our perimeter, if we start here now, for example, it will now be 5 plus 5 plus this curved surface is an arc plus this 5 is complete it like that. So we have 5 here, we have 5 here. We needed to get this arc ABC. How do we get the arc? The arc is taken from the circumference. And when you know what circumference is, how do we calculate circumference? Circumference is calculated by saying 2 pi half. So circumference is 2 pi half. So it means our circumference, which is also the perimeter of the circle, is 2 pi half. Okay? Now, this is cut out of a circle. How do we know the portion that is cut out? The portion will be theta, which is 100 out of 360. That was how we try to take that, 100 out of 360. So it means to get the perimeter of this sector, this will now be equal to 100 divided by what? 360 multiplied by our perimeter. That's 2 pi r, that is 22 over 7, multiplied by what's our r? That's 5. So let's do the calculation like that. So it means we have 100 multiplied by 2 times 22 times 5. That gives us 22,000 divided by 360 times 7. What do we get there? So we have our 2520 as we have it over there. So the final answer here will now be equal to 22,000 divided by the answer here. So we have 8.7302. Okay, perimeter is in centimeter, not centimeter square, because it's a dimension. Now it means from here to here now is now 8.7302. 8.7302. So to get our perimeter, addition of everything. So therefore our perimeter now, because this one, pardon, I made a mistake. This one is not this is the length of sector. We take it out of the perimeter, nevertheless, out of the circumference is the length of the sector. Add the three together. So the perimeter of sector will now be equal to the addition of everything. 5 plus 5 plus the arc, that's 8.7302. So how do we do that? That's 10 plus what we have here. So we have 18.73 centimeter. That is the perimeter of the sector. Thank you and God bless.